This is a how-to garden planter. It's going to be 22 inches by 48 inches by 30 inches tall. I planed them and I lightly sanded the backside so I get a little bit better glue joint. And I'm going to brad nail and screw these together. Let's start building up one of the panels. I put that spacer in there to elevate the board so I could clamp these together. It's just easier to work with them that way. I'm going to flush them up on the outside edge. And I'm going to brad nail these together. You can see here I'm squaring these up. I'm going to put more in from the back and use a minimum on the front. I used various sizes of brads throughout this project, 3/4 up to 2 inches. Throwing the second one together here real quick. I clamped one of the side panels in here as a brace so I could complete that side. I just finished there. Now I'm going to show you how I did it on this side. I'm going to test fit it and then glue it and brad nail it. I'm angling these because these are 1 1/4 inches and I didn't want to blow out through the back. Now we're going to put 2 of these on the inside. This has a working time of 10 minutes and I like putting it on and letting it sit for a couple minutes before I clamp it. Reduces the squeeze out. It adds a little extra time to the overall build, but as long as you have other things to work on, I prefer just to clamp it up because you get a much stronger bond. I have pieces that are going to go over the top of these, so I'm not worried about my clamps making any dents. And because I'm slow as molasses, I like to show fast forward sections and make you all think I'm really banging these out. I'm putting these joists 7 inches apart. I got a spacer block and I spared you all but the last one. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in. I clamped all of these. I have not put any brad nails in them yet. I'm referencing the bottom edge so that the bottom is going to be flush and level as opposed to bumpy. It doesn't matter on this side. Let's unclamp. I had this clamped into one of the corners as a big square. As long as you have a square board, hey, it works. We're looking at a few ways to reinforce these legs. If you put a shelving down here, that'll shore this up. Or you could just put pressure treated spindle. You could encase it if you wanted to. I don't know, I'm gonna play with some of these designs and see which ones sell best. This design right here catches this frame that I added into the top, and it'll transfer the load of the dirt all the way down here. I know screws are popular, but these are very narrow. So I'm going to use these small nails. They're 2-inch 6D nails. I'm going to pre-drill with this bit that is slightly smaller in diameter than the nail. I'm just gonna kind of smoosh it in there, kind of spread that glue out. Straw trick. It just gets down in that crack, scoops that glue right out. I'm a Lowe's sponsor, and there will be a link in the description if you should happen to order online from Lowe's.com. The channel will receive a small commission, and as always, you can pick it up at the store. They'll send you a notification when it's ready or ship it directly to your house. Thank you. I'm using a razor blade. Yes, I know this could be dangerous, so use common sense. But I'm lining up these corners here. So this one here, I just cut. It's a full picket length. And I'm gonna go mark this corner on the other end and work my way around and then go cut them on the miter saw. Then we just work our way around, one in this end, and then I'm going to put one in this end, and then I'll swing the ends of each of these long boards together to get as good of a gap as I can close on that end right there. Okay, so this board here was a little bowed, so I walked it down to about here. This was my last pin, and I just lined up this inside edge. And it's bowing out here, so I'm gonna leave that. I got this one here lined up all the way down to here, and it's pretty straight. But you can see they'll move. And so that's what I want. I gotta put glue on this, but when I line this up, it's pretty decent. Glue your ends. I'm gonna pull this corner in and I'm gonna have to shove this edge out and then nail it. I'll fix this corner a little later. I'm gonna split the difference and leave a little nub on each end. Now I'll come back and nail it the rest of the way. Okay, I'm gonna pre-drill through each one of these center sections to add some more strength. And I've set my drill to where I cannot pop through the other side. These are 1.5 inches long. These are pan head pocket screws. This will go through all three, or just short of passing through the third one. Notice I'm not going wide open with this screw gun. These are coarse wood screw. I got all the pan head screws in, 6 on the sides and 3 on each end. I didn't put glue all over all those joists because, one, I didn't want to make a mess, And two, it gives me a little bit more time to work with shooting everything on with my brad gun. These are 1/8 inch spacers that I'm putting in here. Popping in 1 1/4 inch brad nails. I'm just peeking down through that 1/8 inch gap to find each one of those little joists, pick up my nails. To even up this seam right here, I took a scrap section that I cut off and added one to both sides. I also added a center leg that you can see right there. And I added brace supports on all 4 of the corner legs, and I probably should put one on the inside of this. But I have not put any weight in it, test it out yet. But this is built like a tank. So have a look at the underside. Fence pickets are not obviously 2x4s. All these joints are glued. These nails go through 2 of these to here. And then because I put 6D nails in here, they were 2 inches long, but I knew I was going to put this piece of trim on here. And then so I shot 1 1/4 inch brads through all 3 of these. And then I used 2 inches to go through these. I think this is going to be plenty sturdy. Hey, go lay down. Go over to Mia. Lay down. She's not listening. Come on. Watch this little turd take off as soon as I turn my back. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.